Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't find my orange shirt with the blue dragon, so I wasn't going to record. Then I thought, that's lame. Is it okay to say lame? I know there's horses out there with... Never mind. Anyway, speaking of dated things, here we are. Hopefully, this isn't news. If this is the first thing of mine you've seen, God help us all. But if you want to take my advice, this is a playlist. I think this is the 4th video in that playlist. I don't know if you really want to start with the first video. The lighting and sound quality sucked, but here's the situation. It's 2022, and back in 2007, I made thousands, no, it only seems like thousands, it was probably only about 350 ridiculous videos and put them up on YouTube. Actually, I started in 2006, and there were a lot. Those of you who might remember, this might trigger something. If you were watching YouTube back when Time Magazine declared you, the you in YouTube, as the person of the year, you might remember a YouTube video that was semi-viral of a guy with a tuxedo jacket and a white shirt with a black fedora, black leather fedora, up there saying, "Oh, thank you, Constantine. I never would have thought there was anything to this Jesus character if it hadn't been for your stamp of approval. Wow, Time Magazine." Does that ring a bell? That was me. I deleted it. I went through several periods where I deleted everything. I basically, I'd be like, okay, so, I don't know, it's one of those, like, internet identity crises where it's like, okay, I know who I am, I think, but I think that I've created this persona that is the sum total of these 150 videos, and I don't like it, so I kept deleting. I'd delete them all, and then, a hard drive would crash, and I'd lose them. So I think like the first 100 some odd videos that I made, are just gone forever. So the second wave started in like December of 2006 with a funeral video I made for my grandma that, of course, I took down eventually. And then, in 2007, the surviving videos sort of began. January of 2007 with Deer and Low Def Pride. That's what you'll see if you go to that playlist. And then from there, some videos that were kind of based on this sci-fi story that I had been working on for a long time, which you can now read parts of in Smaller Mouse, and the spin-off sci-fi in The Small Gray Mouse. So the spin-off came first in order of publication. All right, this is too long of an intro. How is everybody? All right, so I'm going to jump in with the next the next four videos. And let's just jump in, shall we? Let's do it. All right. And 20th Century Fox, kind of like I don't know what that is. Is it ironic? Semi-stacked, anti-unironic? Not a big Fox fan, despite the red hat. It's not, I don't know. Yeah, 4th of July 2007, so just over 15 years ago. I think that's Chris O'Malley. Am I allowed to say that? Yeah, the patriotic primal scream. This was a good time.
People seem to think that there's seriousness and there's humor. But seriousness is real, and humor is escapism.
I'm really sad right now.
You cannot laugh in the midst of the so-called seriousness. If the world is too much with you, Learn to transcend and laugh. Laughter is joy. Joy that brings you out of darkness.
That's definitely Chris's hand.
Happy 4th of July, fuck off. We're celebrating the day that slave owning Brits won their independence.
I think if you couldn't hear that, he was saying we're celebrating the day that a bunch of slave-owning pricks earned their independence. Oh, what's his name? I think I sped that up.
People didn't want to pay their taxes. Fucking gangsters. White boy gangsters, though. Fucking worldly white boy gangsters. I hate them all, but seriously, they can help me understand what gangsterism really is.
I'm sure he'd be embarrassed because his guitar playing has improved considerably since then. Oh, that's so horrible. Yeah, you need to tune that, Chris. This is where I thought I was when I woke up. That time I woke up in a stranger's house. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. All right, so that was that. Independence Day, that one was called. Yeah, I had just gone through a big, let's say, breakup. And so I started drinking a lot. I don't know what else to say about that. But, you know, in the grand tapestry of my life, I can see how, you know, who I was then eventually led to who I am now. So, whatever, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Next.
I got you your onions. I said you want onions, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking onion rings.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have onion rings.
Over there.
What? Oh, they had, it said like breaded ones?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I like this one. See, I'm making a green screen. Starting to cheer up.
I think it's Friday, August 4th at 9:37 p.m.
I don't think it was.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many quaint and curious rolling of forgotten lore.
It's Edgar Allan Poe's Raven to the tune of Hark the Herald Angels, if you hadn't already figured that out. Don't worry, I'm not going to show anything.
While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping.
Now it's Saturday, August 5th at 2:45 a.m.
As of someone gently rapping, Christ is
think it's Saturday, August 5th at 1:52 p.m.
You've reached Gwydion's private MySpace.
Now, that might come off as problematic, and it is. In my defense, this was right at around the same time that Bo Burnham was coming out with My Whole Family. That's not much of a defense, is it? My excuse for doing the gay voice back then was I used to say that I'm only 85% heterosexual. I don't know. I stopped doing it a long time ago. That was 2007, so if you need to cancel me, I understand. I don't agree with that sort of humor, and every once in a while, I think that, it's like British, or it's like high-class British. I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm like, am I doing like a stereotypical gay voice as like a joke? And it's like, God damn it. I grew up watching Eddie Murphy. Again, that's no excuse. I'm an old guy. I'm 43. Again, that's no excuse. And so, yeah, I don't do that anymore. So, but MySpace, right? Who remembers MySpace? There's people alive that don't even know what that is. People like in high school that don't know what MySpace is.
Some visitor I muttered, tapping at my chamber door.
Matt. Us. Jen from
I remember it was in the bleak December.
Ah, the bleak December.
And each desperate dying ember brought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow made
Using a different camera.
sought to borrow from my boxer cease of sorrow. Christ is born in Bethlehem.
Toot toot, allez.
Yeah, right?
Well, you got Moxie, kid. I'll give you that.
Well, that was that one. That one was called Moxie. And no doubt you saw a version that had like one or two things clipped out. It's okay, you didn't miss much. All right, let's move along, shall we? Another one of these damn things. This time it's Universal instead of Fox. Yeah, right. What? Why? I thought I was saying something. I don't know. Oh yeah, this one. That sound effect at the beginning of some of these videos is from a song called Caliente.
Oh, God. What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck up. What?
Edward and Gwydion at it again.
Special effects without substance. Special effects without substance.
So that one was called Special Effects Without Substance. Commentary on something maybe I was making. So this one's called The Next Level. And this is when the first time I think it is the first time I had Edward and Gwydion. No, there was an earlier one, which I think, it ended up in the middle of an art walk, but it's actually on the Cerebral Cement Noir playlist. If I'm not mistaken, it's pretty high up there. I think it might be the third or fourth video where Gwydion has gotten Edward into trouble. So that the dog, toot toot, allez, that night I spent in jail. And then I got out of jail, and the next morning, I think it was the next morning or maybe one more day, was when I shot the Edward Gwydion, where Edward isn't talking to Gwydion because Gwydion got him into so much trouble. All right, so this one is called The Next Level, which is where, because I deleted all the videos. I deleted my old website, which was called Gwydion.la, but then I made a new website called edwardreeb.com. So this video was made like probably the same day that I made that I bought edwardreeb.com, which I still have. How am I putting up the green screen if I was putting it up in the previous video? This one came out afterward. Oh, because I reused the footage? I don't know. I was just happy to be able to use a green screen because it was like 80s music video technology that was finally in my hands. You know, I was like, it's like a fulfilling of a childhood thing. So this says Gwydion.
Well, hello. You might remember me. I'm the one whose character...
That sees the power struggle between Gwydion and Edward about who's real.
I'm the one whose creator has recently had a sort
submissive.
of crisis and
Deleted my
website. So, thanks for that, Edward. Well, let's see if we can pull this off here. Let's see if we can have him on, I think
I started bicycling a lot.
There he
Well,
is.
because of the video.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't
great.
allowed to drive.
Okay.
But I got in shape
Great, thanks for having me.
and started drinking.
You're welcome, I suppose.
I wasn't really drinking when I got the deal.
Where are we?
After I got it and I started.
You deleted the YouTube. You
The
deleted
AA
Gwydion.la. Oh, we're at Edward.
Yeah.
With a dash. I'm using my name. Okay. I suppose that's fair enough, but can I still come around? Can I host the art walks at least? Can I be the art walk guy? I'll stay in the corner and I'll just say, as you can see here, this is a piece by a guy who's Brian something. I don't remember. Good piece. It's really good. This is a really good piece. You should go to his website. I'll put it up here. Yeah. All right. Cool. We do that. Can we just can we take this to the next level and I'll just do my spiel and you can do your spiel. Okay, that sounds good. What? Okay, well this has been. I want to say something. If anybody wants any of the old videos, just email me at gwydion.la@gmail.com. I'll send you the copy. Don't change the name of the file. Put it up on some shared file servers and tell us. That's all I ask. Well, all right. I suppose that's fair. All right. Okay. Cool. It was nice having you. It was nice being here. Cool. Let's see if we can pull this off. Is it working? It's nice having you. Thank you. It's great. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was awful. But
What about this? What happens when we do this?
it's a good band, Una. There's Richard, there's Jen. I tried to make a music video for him, but it didn't work out. It was in my low-def pride days. Well, there you have it. I think this has been part 4 of this Gwydion Reacts to Gwydion series. I don't know what to say about all that, except that it was a long time ago. And I am very glad. This is kind of a nice reminder to be happy to be here in New Delhi and happy making the Buddhist Books podcast and the Esoteric Nerd podcast, not to mention having left the cult. I was still in the cult back then, so I was like this weird kind of twisted angst trying to express myself artistically without saying anything, you know, a little too abstract. So, yeah, gosh. I think I had just started as Cancellarius, so I rented an office from my buddy Chris so I could make these videos, but also so I could be the Cancellarius, so I had all the paperwork there, and I would go there and divine names, do rituals, divine people's mottos, and then make these ridiculous videos. Hang out with Chris all night, go to work in the morning, you know. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I think there might be one or two people watching it. Hi, Robbie, I think. Maybe. Hi, Steve, I think. Maybe. Feel free to comment below. I'm not really sure if anybody's watching this, but again, it's not really for other people. It's something fun that I enjoy doing. What I've been doing that I'm much more serious about, that I've been cranking out episodes for recently, is the Buddhist Books podcast. Here, I'll show a clip. Things get a little silly around here sometimes. Sir Fisherman, would you mind taking on the role of Kokalika today? That's fine. Yes, you mind, or yes, you... I don't know what clip that was, but yeah, feel free to check that out. It's what I've been up to lately. All right. All for now, from 2022 to the future, no doubt. Gosh, the vast majority of people who see this video will not be seeing it in 2022. They'll be seeing it in the future. What year is it for you? Comment below. Okay, I guess that's it. Peace.